Hello and welcome to Moon Magick Tarot. My name is Amby and what we're doing today is the 2016 yearly overview for Scorpio. Alright? And what I'm going to do is pull one card for each month, and then we're going to have kind of like a basic, the basic overall energy of the year, like the common theme that kind of runs through for you. Okay? So let's see. Scorpio 2016. Alright. Let's see. You ready? Here we go. We're good. Go. So let's start here. There's January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. And let's see what this one is. Okay, so I'll move these down. The overall energy for 2016 is the Five of Swords. Here we go. Here's the Five of Swords. This is a card of victory, mostly. Like, it's mostly about victory. So, like, you have a reason to want to celebrate. You're like, yes, I totally did it. I overcame. I had what it took. Look at him. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to shade it from you. That's ridiculous. Alright? But look at those people behind him. You're like, oh, man, that totally sucks. So, it might be that things are going really well for your life, and they're not for people around you. So your successes maybe is kind of like rubbing salt in their wounds, and that can really super suck, okay? And I totally can relate to that. Last 2015 was like the year of this card showing up for me. So like I can totally relate to this card. We'll see how it looks like it relates to your year, month by month, but maybe just, yeah, be aware that sometimes your victories can rub people's failures in their face. And unintentionally. You never intend that on purpose. So, anyways, for January, you got the Three of Wands. And this is cool. This is like your career, your job, even your creative endeavors or projects that you're doing. You have had some initial success, and now you're ready to take a big journey into it. Like, this is like the commitment. Like, I've been waiting in the shallow waters, being like, I can maybe do this, and now you're taking that deep. You're going into the deeps, and turning back is going to take some work, okay? So this is good. February, you have the Eight of Swords. Okay? This woman, she is surrounded by swords. It's kind of like a cage around her of swords. And she's blindfolded and her hands are bound. So this is really about feeling trapped. You're feeling bound in your situation. Like you don't know where to go. Or maybe you feel like you can't go anywhere. Like, anything you want to do, there's a reason why you can't do it. Just know that those are because you believe that you can't do that. That's you have decided that you cannot do that, or that you're too afraid to, so you're going to have this this reason come up of why you can't. And that's not to be harsh, because we all do that throughout our life, obviously. So it could very, very well be that you're like, it could be, I want to move across, I want to go on this journey, or I want to go travel to here for a week, but I can't because of this, and I couldn't get the time off work, and who's going to take care of my cat, and whatever the case may be. Or I wish I could draw a pretty picture, but I'm not naturally gifted, and I don't have the tools, and drawing pencils are expensive. Like, you think of all these reasons, like these are all these reasons of why you can't do the thing that you want to do, that you're feeling inspired to move towards. And those aren't true. Like, you can find a way. When there's a will, there's a way. That's absolutely true. That's why they say it. And I know it's like cliche or whatever. It's true. When there is a will, there's a way. If you want it bad enough, you can make it happen. Make it happen. Stop letting your circumstances or your fear entrap you into circumstances you don't want to stay in, okay? Come March, it looks like you probably figured that out. You broke out of that little prison, at least to some degree, in some aspect of your life that gave you reason to celebrate. You know, reasons to celebrate. Probably more than one reason to celebrate is what I feel right now. And this is, your cup is overflowing. Something happened and it just caused some kind of joy to happen. There could be parties that you're going to, more than one. I don't know why you would be going to a bunch of parties in March, but I know my birthday's in March, so it's not my party. Oh, goodness. Anyway, so, reasons to celebrate. This is good. This is happiness. This is healing because of joy, and joy can be very healing. This is laughing. This is goodness, if you ask me. And look, you see this down here. This is like warm, rich reds and oranges. This is powerful healing and strong, radiant joy, if you ask me. So, March is a good month for you, is what it looks like. It looks like, look, you got victory. Maybe somebody sitting on the corner being like, nah, ouch. But whatever the case may be, you figured this out, at least to some degree, and you should be celebrating that. You kind of break out. In April, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Look at her. This card is like, I have abundance. Thank you. That which I've been working for has come into being, and I'm good. I'm totally good. Financially secure. My health is good. I have, you could have property. Yeah. This is good. You're good. You don't got anything to worry about as far as the material possessions, okay? And I like that. I really love that she's hanging out with this bird. She's like, instead of sitting over here counting all my money, and instead of, looking at my jewels and all that jazzmatazz, she's like, this bird is really sweet. Like, this thing of nature. So, it's possible that in this instance, in April, the Nine of Pentacles is going like, yeah, money's awesome, but like, have you seen what nature can do? Like, go spend some time with nature, alright? Know that you're abundant, and that you're very well taken care of. You have everything you need, but just, go hang out go watch the birds, man. That's one of my favorite things to do, is watch birds fly. Big birds, specifically. But go hang out with the birds, man. Go listen to them sing. If you got sing, I guess it's, well, that would be perfect, dude. April, birds are coming out in full force. Listen to the songbirds. Go listen to them. If you're in the northern hemisphere, which I guess I could be wrong assuming that, because who freaking knows who's stumbling across this video? I don't. Anyway, so you move on to April, and April is you might feel a little trapped, okay? So again, it's like this. This is like a progression. And it could be this is coming back around. Alright, maybe this is coming back around. It's a little bigger now. There's more swords that make you think that you're stuck. Instead of sitting out here in the clouds in Dreamyville, you've trapped yourself into bed. You're kind of a little depressed, okay? To be perfectly honest, you might feel a little bit depressed, but there's no hope in getting out of there. One thing I do know, that you have reason to celebrate, and that there will be victory over this bout of depression. And I think that's what it is. It's a bout of depression. Something could have happened that just maybe poked that one ouchie ooh that makes you cry every time. And I think we all have those boo-boos, those emotional boo-boos that we think we heal, and it just gets jabbed at from another angle, and you're like, oh, there it is again. Dang it. And it kind of puts you down and out for a minute, maybe. But just know that you can move through it. You can heal it. You're being watched. You got support. The moon's there. It's not full, so it might not be as extreme, emotional. It might not be as big emotional as it could be. It's not like a whole, being that you're a water sign, Yeah, you're a water sign like me, so being that you're water, the emotions can come huge when they come, you know, so it doesn't have to be the whole show, like, pull out all the stops, super dramatic. It can be very internal, personal hurts. You're alone at night in bed, feeling that pain. And just know that you can move through it. You absolutely can. You have what it takes to do it, and I believe that you absolutely will, okay? This is June. You get the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords brings a message that maybe it's either delayed, so you don't get the message you want when you want it, and it might be disappointing. So it might not be what you wanted. This can also be a young person kind of misbehaving. Look at it. Look at his smirky smirk face. Look at him. It's like, I know you're not talking to me. Okay, so you could be looking at a young person with some attitude issues that affects you significantly this month. That's possible. But this is a general reading, so I'm going to lean towards it's a message, okay? So something you wanted might not be coming through in the way that you wanted. And not that it's not coming through at all, just not in the way that you might have wanted it. It might be to a lesser degree, or maybe a little bit tweaked that you're going to have to work around something, okay? July, you have the Seven of Swords, okay? Ooh, there's lots of swords here. Swords are ideas, usually. It represents ideas and intellect and rationale, okay? And strength, okay? So, the Five of Swords is feeling taken advantage of, okay? So somebody could come in and actually literally take something from you. They might come in and steal from you. But it might also be that you just feel like you've been taken advantage of, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean that's the case. Sometimes our perspective is off, so what we view as like an attack or somewhat abusive to who we are is not that. It's just their way of caring, or they didn't realize how it affected you. So be on the lookout for possibly jumping to conclusions about somebody. So pointing fingers. If something goes missing, pointing fingers. This could also be you. It could be you sneakily going in and stealing somebody else's, ideas, often ideas with the swords. It could even be, their protection, like something that they feel protects them. Yeah, so this could be you. Don't. If you're feeling inspired to take from other people, just don't. Don't. It's not worth it. It creates bad karma. It's stupid. It really is. It's shady. So, I don't think it's you. I don't really think it is. But it could be, so I just gotta say that. Don't. I think it'll come back to haunt you if you do. But most likely it's really, mostly it feels like it's you jumping conclusions. Something happened and you're like, you did that. When it could have been an accident or like a fluke. It just happened. So, keep that in mind. That's so crazy. What month is that? August? Having a hard time keeping track of them. That's ridiculous. In August, you get the Six of Swords. The cool thing about the Six of Swords, which makes it one of the this is my favorite sword to see, to be perfectly honest. That and Four of Swords, which is nice because it's restful. But the Six of Swords is about moving into calmer waters. You pack up your wisdom, you've learned your lesson, maybe you did react to this and you went, now I know and I'm going to leave that drama behind. I'm done pointing fingers, I'm freaking out. In this instance, I learned my lesson. I'm going to sail on over to the calmer seas because it's better for me there, okay? It's more comfortable. What's this? September, we've got the Queen of Swords. Impressive amount of swords. So this could be an underlying of some kind of hostility and aggression that you're experiencing between people that you're surrounded with. Because that's a lot of swords. Really. I don't normally see this many swords, so. There also can be lots of ideas flowing around too. There's challenges for sure. But the Queen of Swords, this is good. And I think the Scorpios that I've met, they have this tinge to them where they're like, I say what I mean and I mean what I say to them. You know, they're very powerful. So powerful people aren't afraid to speak their mind, especially like even when it can be kind of the unwanted truth, you know? So this could be you, but it also could be a female comes into your life, or a feminine male, or maybe not even that, but somebody comes into your life, because this is general, it could be whatever, but it tends to be a female. So it could be a female that comes into your life that is strong-willed. She's got quick, rational mind, very logical. She can be kind of cold and callous. She's determined, so she's focused. So when she sets her eye on the prize, she goes specifically towards that. No messing around, no floaty, watery liquidness to her. She's very cut and dry, okay? She can have an impact in your life. Positively, negatively, doesn't... Maybe like subtle negatively, okay? So she can be harsh. Sometimes the words she says, she might not mean them to be harsh, you know, when it's like saying what you think about somebody completely honest without any tact. Sometimes that can happen with the Queen of Swords, so she could just blatantly tell you why she doesn't like you, and that could hurt you. It could poke one of those ouchy holes that we were talking about earlier that you didn't really want. Emotional hurts that didn't get quite healed. You didn't want poked. That's possible. But it inspires healing. So once you're aware that that pain is still there, you can heal it. So she's going to serve you in some way. It could be less comfortable than comfortable, but it could be, you know, that she's just there and she helps you somehow. Like she could help you as you're moving out of calmer waters. It looks like, you know, you're moving towards her to get out of the chaos. So it's possible that she does help you get your feet wet, I guess, in the new mellowness, or hopeful mellowness, because storms can erupt wherever, whenever, sometimes unexpectedly. Alright, so in October you've got the Fool, and I like the Fool because, you know, it can be, the Fool can be like, you be a fool, you're being a fool, so you do dumb things and you didn't think it through. And so you mess up, or whatever. It can be that. The one thing I really like about the Fool, and it seems to be a lot of the times, especially because the way our society trains us to be, and like really, really drives home that we need to be, is pretty serious. And the Fool speaks to bringing out your playful side, get in touch with your inner child, and that could be, you know, she inspires healing in you. And that makes you heal a hurt on your inner child so that it can be revitalized, so you can remember how to have fun, and you can jump around and play with hula hoops or whatever more than you might, because hula hoops, they're fun. So you can dance and sing, whatever it is that you find joy in, that kind of is like soul food. The Fool is all about finding your soul food and just doing it. Not for money, not for anything, but because you love to do it. Not to promote it, not to catch it, to try to turn it into something, just for the sake of doing it. Do it, okay? Make sure you heal your inner child so that you can experience that in a way that isn't about earning. Because we're always about earn. It's serious, serious, serious. If it doesn't benefit me, if it doesn't move me forward in status, finances, material possessions, if it doesn't get me that whatever, then it's not worth doing. Well, it is, because it feeds you and it motivates you to keep going, and it inspires other people to do the same. So I like the Fool. It's also a leap of faith. So you might be have an unexpected opportunity come, and I would say if in October something comes up and it's an opportunity for you, and you feel, you know, it's something that it goes in the direction that you want, take it. Take that leap. It doesn't need to be really well thought out. Sometimes things don't make sense rationally, even though they are the right thing for you to do, and the universe comes in and lays the pathway to make it make sense as you go along. So be prepared maybe to take a leap of faith in the direction that you want to go in your life, but I think mostly this card is speaking to you about your healing your inner child and playing. Play, 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 okay? November, you have this dude. Check this dude out. Look how much money he's got. He's wealthy. The Six of Pentacles. This man has worked for what he has, okay? He didn't just like, oh, somebody handed me money and now I have all this stuff and I don't care. I mean, it's possible. I just have it, so I throw it. But this guy, he's weighing it. So he worked for it. He's like, how much do I have? Cool. I can give away this. And so he starts giving his excess. This is a card about generosity. November is a beautiful time to be generous, especially where it gets cold. You know, there's people that don't have money for Thanksgiving dinners, you know, if they want to celebrate that. It gets cold. People without homes, they need blankets and socks and winter gear. Socks, right? Lots of socks. Okay, this is a good time to invest in helping other people. You should walk into November having an abundance and feeling very secure in your position in the world at that point, that you can feel very, very good in giving what you have to help somebody else make it through to another day, get food in their bellies or whatever it is. But service is really, service in some way, generosity in November is going to be very important to you. And that's going to bring personal success and victory. You're going to feel really good about yourself when you do things like that. And this could be the leap of faith. To know that what you give, you get, okay? So you just need to, if you feel like you don't have enough to give, then you don't have enough to give. The more you give, the more you have, okay? December. And moving into 2017, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. And this is, the Wheel of Fortune is destiny. This is absolutely destiny. It could be the Wheel of Fortune, literally, like, boom. You were giving, you gave, and now you're getting. Here's the Wheel of Fortune. Fortune is coming to you, money. But a lot of the times it speaks to destiny, okay? You have found your life path, you are moving along it, you're progressing nicely, you're healing those hurts that you're being asked to heal, and life is good for you. So this ends on a very, very high note. You do have your challenges, but you are absolutely capable and supported in overcoming them, and I think they're fairly limited, okay? It's pretty limited. I think there's lots of ideas. Pay attention to your thoughts. I would document them if you can, like catch those thoughts come through. You get a line or whatever it is, whatever it is, catch your thoughts because they could be very important just because of the amount of swords here. But yeah, I'm really happy that this ends on a high note. Thank you for watching this video, and I'm wishing you a beautiful year. Please do like and subscribe if you want to. Comment. I'd love to hear from you. It's a brand new baby YouTube channel. I've never done tarot videos on the internet before, so this is new to me. I am intending to have weeklies up on Sundays for all the signs, so if you want to see those, make sure that you do subscribe. If not, hopefully I see you around anyways. So, yeah. Be well and much love.